welcome to my channel, At Home with Melody. Today's video will be the first part of the guest bedroom makeover series. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I have so many projects to tackle in this one bedroom. I'm really excited about it. We have guests coming all the way from Hawaii in a couple of weeks. So I definitely have a time frame and I have my work cut out for me. So let's get into it. So at this point in time, it was fresh laundry all over this bed, so I knew that I needed to clean up the space before I could even start any of the projects. But to do that, I need to make sure that Aya had snacks, toys, whatever she needed to sit on the floor while I cleaned up the room. What I'm starting to realize as a mom of two who tries to do all of these DIY projects is that you really can't set a time frame for how long it's going to take you to do this stuff, especially if you have the kids. Somebody's bound to wake up from their nap early. That's if they take one. And as you can see, yes, I'm vacuuming, but I still have to stop, give her snacks, move her out the way, keep her entertained. I have to wipe noses, all of the fun stuff of parenthood. So yeah, it takes me forever, but we get it done. As you can see, after baby girl finished her snacks, it was time for some toys. She really loves this stacking toy that we bought. So I definitely put this down for her because I figured this would buy me quite a bit of time to get things done. Let's fast forward to once I got all of these clothes on the hanger, put away, and then the bed was cleared. I was able to put Aya on the bed. We had Miss Rachel playing in the background. The first thing that I was going to do is replace this light fixture. This light fixture was purchased from Amazon. I can't even remember when. It's been a while ago. I think I initially bought this light for the laundry room, but I ended up going with the light that came from Walmart. So I'll have this light linked in the description below. You can find it on my Amazon storefront. And it's just a flush mount ceiling fixture light with like the 4 light bulbs or whatever they call it. You'll see it. Y'all, in my last video when I was making over my mom's office, we had a little snafu with replacing her light fixture. A lot of you guys thought that the light came on outside of the bulb. No, that was not the light at all. That was actually sparks. I don't know what happened. Like I said in that video, I think she needs new electrical wiring. So let's see if I can redeem myself in replacing this light fixture in my home. So the light was fairly easy to put together. You just connect all of these arms on it, and that was pretty much it. And then of course, you know, your typical wiring that you would see with a light fixture is what you have, and just your mounting bracket. So let's fast forward to me actually putting it up. So of course, after I installed the light, I checked to make sure it worked just with some random light bulbs that I have. I think I used the ones that came out of the light fixture I just took down. But for these lights, there's always like a special type of bulb that you need. So I had to run to Walmart to purchase light bulbs for this one. I'll also have those light bulbs linked in my description below. And you can also check out my Walmart storefront for those as well. Now that the light fixture was done, the next project to start on was this window. I've been painting the windows as I paint the rooms typically, but I painted this bedroom months ago, and for whatever reason I didn't paint the window at the same time. So yes, I'm having to circle back and paint these windows, but with the liquid masking tape, painting windows really isn't such a big thing to me anymore. I was really struggling when I was having to do it without it and just trying to use tape. So yeah, I'm not really dreading this as much as I normally would be, so let's get this knocked out. I will say that when it comes to painting windows, the first thing that you want to do is definitely clean the window and really make sure you get whatever debris, spider webs, just whatever's in your window. You definitely want to make sure you get that clean because you don't want those flecks and chips to show up in your paint. So I just filled up this bucket with, I think, water and Dawn dish soap and just gave everything a good wipe down with that. Our home was built in the 1970s, so I think back then they had what they call double hung windows. So you can see me struggling with the top half of the window. So when that happened, I would have to go and get WD-40 just to spray along the tracks to kind of get those windows to pry open for me. But that's no problem because I still had to go back and clean the window anyway. Once the windows were clean and dry, I went ahead and applied the liquid masking tape and began painting it with a coat of primer. The primer that I typically use is either the, Kilz Primer, or also I think it's a Zenzer 123 primer or something. Typically whatever I have left over around the house. I'll be sure to link the primer in the description below as well, in case you guys want to know exactly which one I used. What I've learned as I've been painting wood throughout this house, I typically like to do 2 or 3 coats of primer before I even start with whatever white paint I'm using, because what I think they call is tannin. It's essentially what makes the wood or something bleed through your color, and it'll show up as like a light pink or a reddish orangish color throughout your paint. So I don't think I had this happen here, but I've just gotten used to applying at least 2 or 3 coats of primer before I start with my white trim. I think that this is actually the white trim paint that I was using, so everything else before that at this point had been the primer. Last tip on painting windows, always definitely be sure that you aren't painting your window shut. That could be a big problem, so just make sure you're never getting paint in the tracks or anywhere that it shouldn't be. And to prevent this from happening, I would periodically come back and open the window maybe every 15 or 20 minutes. Just slide it up and down, make sure it still opens. And here you see why I absolutely love liquid masking tape. It's the easiest thing ever. I love it. Get into it, so white and crisp. With the fresh new coat of paint on the windows and with them looking brand new, I had to do something to the hardware. I thought I was going to be able to just clean it and keep that antique look, but that failed. So backup plan was a can of black enamel spray paint that I had laying around, because you can't go wrong with spray paint. This box eventually became a bird's nest that I posted in my story. And there's no point in having clean white windows if the glass is going to be dirty. So definitely had to get that clean. So while the hardware was drying, I went back inside and did some caulking just to touch up little holes that I saw or gaps that needed filling. Because I've told you before, caulk can make a big difference when it comes to something you painted. I still can't believe how awesome it is, but so quick. Just hit a couple spots and then let's see what we have. Okay, so now that we're done with the window, now it's just the cleanup part. So I need to vacuum up all of this debris from like the paint that fell. Not paint, look at me, paint that fell. The paint that fell when I scraped off the liquid masking tape from the window. And just kind of clean up, and then we'll be on to the next thing in this room. And this has nothing to do with nothing, but y'all, get into the hair. You know, this is old, but just look how full and thick it is. Come on, come on. This will be the end of this video for part 1 of the series. Next up will be the bifold doors and the dresser. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe.